Hello everybody, welcome back to this new series that I have decided to do. So if you didn't watch the intro, this series, I'm just going to share my experience on certain topics that have come up and that I've got a lot to talk about, because I like to share things with you. So that's what this series is going to be about. Each one is going to be about a different topic that I come up with. I'm going to try and not dance the whole time. We'll see how we go. Also, I got my nails done, so yes. And just ignore my hair, but don't ignore my cute outfit. This is the Sarah's Day White Fox collab. These are the bike shorts. Blah. This is the bra, and this is the sweater. Okay, moving on. People, we're on a time crunch here. Going off the pill. Wow, that was a really, really big step for me. Like, when I talked about doing it, and I was like, am I actually going to do it? Like, am I old enough to even do this? Like, what if I go off the pill and, like, the next day have a baby? That was a legitimate fear. It is still a legitimate fear that I have every day. I plan to come back from my holiday and go off the pill because I figured, wow, how old was I then? Like 25 or 24. And I was like, well, let's say it takes a year for me to maybe I won't get my period back. Maybe it just won't come back for like a year. So I was like, then maybe by then it's like after that year, maybe like start getting regular periods. Then after that, then start trying to have a baby, right? Have a few years up my sleeve, because imagine if I just go off the pill when I'm ready to have a baby, and then I have issues, and then it's like another 2 years, and then by that point I'm just like, an old lady, can I have any babies? Do you see my problem? Like, I was very anxious about it. So I decided to go off the pill back then. That was November 2019. I went off the pill, and I just looked at my little app. Big tip, get a bloody period app. You got to, okay? You got to keep track. So I got one of those, and was waiting for my period, and I was like, girl, and it hit day 28, and I was like, I'm ready for you. Then he didn't come, and I was like, God damn it. And every day I was like, come on. And then finally, day 36, it came, and I was like, it was like the heavens opened up. Thank you, period, God. Thank you. So I got my period. That was excellent. I was like, I am woman. I can bear a child. Yep, logged that bad boy in. And then since then, my periods have all been like around 35, probably like 32 to 40 days, like a cycle. That's how long from like first day of my period to my next period is around 30 to 40 days. Now to me that was like, that's a long time. That's because I always got told 28 days, right? I googled 28 to 35 days is fine. It's like, you know what? At least it's like regular in the sense that like it's always around 35 days each time, not like all over the place. So like that was like a little bit worrying, but also like a little bit fine, because I'm like, you know what? It's all good. Like at least it's coming. Like I expected that there might be some things wrong. Side note that I was meant to say at the start, I didn't go to the doctor. I probably should have, but I find that GPs just honestly do not give a shit about girls' periods, the pill, contraception. They don't care. Any that I've been to just literally don't really care. If anything, they would have probably told me I should go on. I would have said, I'm having issues with the pill, I want to get off the pill, and they'd probably be like, have something else, right? Which I will explain in another video, my history with the contraception. But, so I was like, you know what, stuff then. I tried to Google, there was like no information online about going off the pill. Like, absolutely none, which is like, just a disaster, because it's the internet, everything's on the internet, and I couldn't find literally anything. So, yeah, I didn't go to the doctor. I mean, obviously I could pay for to see a naturopath or like a fertility clinic or something like that, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this on my own. If I really think it's serious enough that I need to go to the doctor, that's when I will. But so far I haven't had any issues. So it's been over a year, and my periods are still about that much. The cycle is still about 30 to 40 days. I do think that some things that come into play could be stress, could be what I eat, like that kind of thing. I honestly do think that if I ate less, like, I don't want to like say the wrong word. Let's say ate less crap, I actually think I would find a difference. But I'm gonna try that out this year, and I'll let you know. In terms of like coming off the pill symptoms, I didn't notice anything really with like my weight. Like I kind of wish I would like had lost weight. I mean, did lose a little bit of weight, but that was more just me trying to lose weight. So I didn't lose any weight, didn't have any really noticeable symptoms. I had like a tiny bit of acne. That is a problem that apparently comes up. The one thing that I did notice, so I can definitely tell my cycle now. So like, you know, I'll feel really good, like after my period, feel really good, feel really great, yeah. And then like week before, 28 days, so let's say about 20 days, boom, it hits PMS. If you've never had PMS, if you're a man watching this, let me tell you, it's a fucking shit time. But at least I'm like aware of it now, like I get super hungry, moody, blah, blah, blah. And then 28 days hits and I'm like, all right, I'm ready for you. And then the little sucker is like, doesn't come. And I'm like, mate, what are you doing? So there's like this kind of limbo week that I get, and I'm like, don't really feel myself, don't feel like any crazy symptoms, but definitely don't feel good. And then finally it comes, but it is nice being able to like notice my cycle and notice like when I'm moody and when I'm like feeling good and blah blah blah. And I have been tracking my cycle a little bit more for the last few months, just trying to like really what's it called, harness the power of my period. That's something that I've been trying to do. We'll talk about that another time. So yeah, that is my experience with coming off the pill. Like infertility was like a really big fear of mine, and it still is, so that's why I made the decision. But even like the idea of the pill, when you really think about it, it's just like, you know, surely it can't be good for you, right? It can't be. Like, you don't even get a real period. Like, what are your eggs doing while you're on your period? When you're on the pill, I don't know. Like, I feel like our education with the pill and all of it is just like very lacking, and it's very sad. But that is my experience with going off the pill. Overall, good. I mean, I would say definitely if you're really worried, probably see a doctor, but I would see a specialist. Like, don't just go to a random GP, because they're not going to give a shit. Like, I would definitely probably go to like some sort of female health clinic, something like that, where they actually give a shit. And my plan is to one day get a female doctor and stick with her so that she knows my history and blah 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 blah. So that is going off the pill. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that I don't know what I'm saying. I hope that you can take something from that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.